Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Paul Lisnick and this is Comcast Newsmakers. This hour's newsmaker is Nancy Rotering. She is the mayor for the city of Highland Park. Today we're going to be talking about a referendum coming up on municipal electrical aggregation. It sounds technical. We'll explain it all. March 20th, the key date. Mayor, good to see you.
Good to see you, Paul. Thanks
all right,
for
so
having
let's
me.
put this in terms everybody understands. You got to go back to 2009 when Governor Quinn signed legislation that basically says, folks, you don't have to get power from ComEd if you don't want to.
Right. We're going to allow municipalities to bargain on your behalf and see if we can get a cheaper rate for electricity.
So that happened in 2009. Here we are in 2012, and it's finally just coming to the ballot March 20th. You're not going alone. Highland Park isn't. You've got some partners in this effort.
Right. We've joined the North Shore Electricity Aggregation Consortium with Deerfield and Glencoe, Northbrook, Park Ridge, Skokie, Lake Bluff, and Lake Forest.
Very good. You got them all.
Thank you very much. And hopefully using the power of the numbers that many people will be able to go out and get a volume discount on electricity.
And so, of course, we've all grown up and ComEd is kind of all we know. So should people have a concern of saying, I know ComEd, I don't want, if this referendum passes, what if somebody says, I want to stay with ComEd?
They have the option to opt out. And the city will be sending information to our residents and our small businesses. That's who would be impacted. And they have the chance to just fill out the form and say, no, I want to stay with ComEd. Or they can go with another alternate source of energy. We've all been receiving letters in the mail from different groups. They may be offering something that somebody wants to get in terms of electricity supply, and so they can go with them or they can stay with the city.
The referendum, just so people understand, the referendum they're voting on March 20th, it's to get rid of ComEd. That's not the vote.
No, the vote is basically to give the city permission to negotiate on behalf of a pool of residents for cheaper electricity rates.
So what gave Highland Park and these other surrounding communities, what led you to say we need to band together and look for an alternative? Why?
Basically just to reduce some of the economic burden on our residents. Everybody's feeling the pinch right now, and anything we can do to cut down on the costs of just having a home, having a business, we're here to help. What
about people that say, but wait a minute, ComEd, for all its good and bad, at least it's consistent. I know I'm going to get the power. How will the power from some other company be delivered? Will they have to rebuild a network?
No, they will be getting their power through ComEd wires and through ComEd equipment. So transmission, distribution, still ComEd. Bills will still come from ComEd. It's just the source of the actual electrical energy is from an alternate.
Should there be any concern about the quality? I don't know about qualities of electricity. To me, it's all the same, but maybe there is. Is there a difference in the quality of electricity people should be concerned about?
There's no difference.
So why is it that another entity should be able to then beat ComEd in their price?
Presumably where they source their power from. You're getting beyond my understanding, Paul, but
it does get technical.
All I know, it does get technical. But if we can reduce the rate, that's where I'm focused, keeping the cost down.
And so if this referendum passes, will people get a letter in the mail that says, here are all the various companies and here are their prices, you pick whichever one you want? Or will Highland Park and the other entities that pass it select an alternative provider?
The consortium will go out to bid, and they will go with the lowest cost provider. And then that information will be sent to our residents sometime in late spring, early summer of 2012. And then people have the choice if they want to stick with the group or if they want to opt out and go with either ComEd or an alternate.
Okay. Once again, the referendum just gives them the freedom to do it. It doesn't mean they can stay with ComEd. They can stay with ComEd if they choose to.
Absolutely stay with ComEd, no obligation, and it's a one-year contract.
For those who are concerned about renewable energy, clean energy, how does that play in here?
7 of the sourcing will be from a renewable energy source, and then the individual cities are going to look at the levels of renewable energy that they want to include in their package. So that'll be separately negotiated city by city.
Is there any reason if somebody goes, all right, I'm not sure if I trust towns and cities, is there any concern people should have about passing this referendum?
I'm not aware of any, and if you want further information, we have a frequently asked questions sheet on our website, www.cityhpil.com. Or they can call City Hall, 847-926-1000, and we're happy to answer any questions.
All right. What's your cell phone number? No, I'm kidding. Won't do that. All right. March 20th, get to the polls, vote on the referendum, give yourself some freedom. That's what you would say.
Give yourself the choice.
Thank you, Mayor.
Absolutely. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it.
This hour's newsmaker has been the mayor for the city of Highland Park, Nancy Rotering. I'm Paul Lisnick. Thanks for watching us here on Comcast Newsmakers. Bye-bye.
Thank you.